Orioles during this homestand. Posting a 6.75 ERA against the bats of Texas, Tampa, and New York is not going to lead to W's. But for Wei-Yin Chen, he has had the best outing for the team this homestand. He has posted nothing but W's for the Birds this year. And in this final game of this homestand, it's up to him to get another. It's the Orioles on Masson and the final game of this homestand in the short two-game series against the Yankees. The Yankees coming away with a victory last night. A much better weather night for game number 2 here at Camden Yards tonight. Well, the Orioles going to wrap up those 15 games that were being talked about a couple of weeks ago. This is the final one in that stretch. We'll talk about that during the night tonight. Things have varied over that stretch for the Orioles. You go back to last month, we spent a lot of time talking about the starting pitching and how good it was. Well, take a look at the numbers for April and for May so far. Maybe we were a little overemphasizing April. You look at the innings pitched per game, 6 is okay. Should have been a little higher. 5.2 is not enough. That's when the bullpen starts to get overused. The earned run average has jumped. 3.63 in April, up to 5.32 in May. Strikeouts and walks, that differential also has gone down. The opponent batting average has gone up, and the quality starts, only 5 out of 13 so far this month. The last 9 games, there have been only 2. It's not that we point that out to be a negative, Mike, but it's a fact that right now, with Chen going to the mound tonight, this is another one of those games where the Orioles really do need a deep start.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's got to be the stopgap right now. A little bit of bleeding here over the weekend with Tampa losing that last game, tough loss, and then last night, the tough loss. So team's looking for Chen to obviously stop the bleeding a little bit. But, you know, the numbers through May might be a little bit skewed. Obviously, they show up with the ERA and the opponent's batting averages, but it's still only 2 weeks in. They did have a tough stretch going on, and they've been successful. They've had 8 wins, and it's a long season. The pitching staff is going to go through ups and downs, and the whole key is to try to keep those downs as stop them as soon as possible, and that's why they're looking to Chen to stop that tonight.
And if anybody's going to do that right now, it probably is Wei-Yin Chen. Wei-Yin Chen has been not a surprise, but I think even better than the Orioles thought he was going to be, as he has assumed the job at the major league level really without hesitation.
He's done a super job. He really has. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments he has to make now facing the Yankees for the second time. But he's had great success here early on. He's had great composure, which I think is a key. He's proven his stuff can work at the major league level. And now as the season goes on, being able to make the adjustments to the hitters that are going to make the adjustments to him.
And the Oriole hitters, well, it will not be easy tonight. They go against a pitcher who has just done damage to the Orioles, CC Sabathia. 2 lefties on the mound when we come back. baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep with the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. It is a very pleasant evening tonight. Early summer kind of night. Take a look at our train game time temperature at 79 degrees. A little breeze blowing out towards center at the moment. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Take a look at the Yankees starting lineup now. It is brought to you by Dodge. They've got Jeter, Swisher, and Cano, Rodriguez, Teixeira, Granderson. Then at the bottom, Jones, Nix, and Stewart. Against the left-hander tonight, Jeter continues to lead the majors in hits. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup.
Well, here's the scouting report on Wei-Yin Chen. Keep it rolling, Chen. In his last start, he kept that powerful Texas lineup quiet, throwing 7 2/3 innings to get the win. He's got to pound the zone, continue to throw strikes. His last outing, threw 70 out of 100 pitches were strikes. Great start. And be the stopper. We had talked about that earlier in the show. After tough losses to Tampa on Sunday and New York last night, Chen needs to stop the bleeding.
Wei-Yin Chen with a 2.43. That is the 5th best earned run average in the American League coming into this game. Both pitchers tonight have not lost a ball game. Sabathia's 5-0, Chen's 3-0. So it is a something got to give game. There are the numbers against the lefties righties on the season. 241 overall. Number he would like to pick up on. He's retired 62% of leadoff batters. Like to get that up a little bit to around that 70 mark. You can do that. You're generally in pretty good shape. And there's a tough one to get out. Derek Jeter. Jeter's got a 4-game hit streak now. He had a 1 for 5 in the ball game last night to keep his streak alive. There's the 367 batting average that he has put up on the season. 1-0 delivery to Jeter, and that'll be put up in the air. Third base, Tolleson was in. He's got a back up. Hardy comes over to call him off, and Hardy will put it away.
Well, here's the Orioles defense tonight. Xavier Avery gets the start in left after collecting his first major league hit, an RBI last night. Jones in center, Markakis in right. Steve Tolleson getting the start at third. J.J. Hardy at short, Andino at second. Wilson Bedeman at first, and Matt Wieters doing the catching.
Here is Nick Swisher, moved up against left-handers from the bottom part of the order towards the top of it, batting second in the ball game tonight. Swisher, the switch hitter, who is leading this ball club in RBIs. 233 right-handed, 293 left-handed, and takes the pitch for a called strike. He's had 7 home runs. 6 have been hit from the other side of the plate. Wei-Yin Chen, you'll see hitters step out on him. Doing it already is Swisher, because Chen again is someone who likes to work quickly. Yankees will try and slow him down. The 0-1 delivery, and that will miss 1-1.
I think a pretty good pitch right there. I was talking to Rick Adair earlier today about Chen, and said his velocity slowly climbing. And good sign, because he's had to make adjustments here after coming over from Japan, where they throw on 6 days rest, and his body's starting to get used to the 5 days.
Throwing all fastballs here to Swisher, about 92 miles an hour on the pitches. Swisher takes it. Count goes to 3-1. One of the every season walk leaders. Swisher with 11 so far this year. Not at the rate he normally gets them. 3-1, great pitch down and into him. 3-2.
Well, Chen really likes to establish that fastball early in games, and it's been a key for him. And here's a nasty fastball down and in. Swisher a little over anxious in the 3-1 count. But when you have a pitcher like Chen who throws strikes, you tend to get aggressive at the plate.
Our Nissan Pitch Track. Go to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. 3-2 delivery. It's a short. Hardy. Easy play. 2 down. Chen has given up only 1 run in the first inning of the previous 6 games that he has started. I mean, he hasn't given up a lot, obviously, to have a 2.43 ERA in any innings. You see, not allowed more than 3 earned runs in the 6 starts that he's had this year. And Robinson Cano with 2 down and nobody on. Cano will make him wait a little bit, so Chen will go to the back of the mound. The cat and mouse game begins. This is what you do not want to let the Yankees get to you. Chen shows a little frustration right there as he walks away because Cano wouldn't get in the box. That's what we're talking about. They're going to do that to Chen and hope that it has some effect on him. Here's the delivery to Cano. He'll take the breaking ball for a strike. Last 10 days near the top of the pile, Neva for Boston, and then Nunez, who's no longer with the Yankees. He's been sent down to work on his third base job. Robinson Cano at 444, and Trumbo, the rookie. Big cut on that one, and he's behind on the count 0-2.
Well, he started Cano off with that nasty slider away and then just blew a fastball by him on the outside corner. It's a great pitch, too, because you could see the frustration in Chen with Cano stepping out, and he starts him off with that slider just to keep him kind of on his heels.
Got him. Chen, a dramatic inning, if you will, as he retires the side in order. 93-mile-an-hour fastball to wrap it up. The Orioles brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Andino, Hardy, and Markakis, Jones, Wieters, Bettamy. Who would have thought at any point in the season Hall, Tollefson, and Avery would be hitting in that order in the Orioles lineup? Bill Hall getting into the lineup again after his recent recall.
Well, that Orioles lineup has to face CC Sabathia tonight. He's a tremendous workhorse. Since 2007, hasn't pitched less than 230 innings per year. Pretty impressive. He's a strike thrower, much like Chen. His last outing threw close to 70% strikes. And for a guy that's 6'7", 315 pounds, he is very athletic. He fields his position very well.
And the Orioles leadoff batter is going to be Andino, again moving into the leadoff spot because he is 7 for 18 against Sabathia with a home run. And Andino will take the first pitch for a strike. And we've got an indication early as Andino asks that Lance Barksdale, the home plate umpire, has got a fairly significant strike zone already both ways. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Andino. That'll be put up in the air, heading towards the seats to Shera, and that's where it'll end up.
Well, much of the argument when you're facing top quality pitchers is that, you know, they don't need any help. So why expand the zone for them?
And it's the top quality pitchers who get the breaks because they throw so many strikes. The umpires figure that must have been a strike. It was close to the plate.
Yeah, you're right.
Andino with that .285 batting average, and 1 for 3 last night. And Andino will foul that one. That was up and into him. Puts it the other way. And an 0-2 count. And Andino will go down swinging. That is an eat you up pitch right there.
Well, definitely a strikeout pitch. Nasty, hard slider down and in. Changes that eye level with the pitch before with the high fastball, and then he throws that hard slider. Pretty tough to lay off when he's throwing 94 miles an hour.
Sabathia comes in third in the American League in strikeouts. 7th in the fewest walks surrendered. J.J. Hardy. Hardy will take it for a strike. Hardy loving the month of May. 9th home run of the season last night. First among the major league shortstops for this month, and a real pick-me-up from the month of April. The 0-1 delivery to him, puts that one in the air to right field. It's deep. Swisher back at the wall and makes the catch. He got back there. That's the key, though, that he was stopped by the time the ball got there. 2 down.
Well, J.J. put a charge into that, and Swisher obviously, and I think most good outfielders, they just kind of have an idea of where the ball's going to be, and he ran to that spot. Well, Yankees defense tonight: Jason Nixon left, Granderson in center, Nick Swisher just made that play in right, Alex Rodriguez at third, Jeter at short, Cano at second, Teixeira playing first, and Chris Stewart doing the catching tonight.
Much like the Orioles, the injuries continue for the Yankees. Here's Nick Markakis, 1 for 5 last night. Markakis, 1 home run lifetime off Sabathia. A lot of at-bats against him. Sabathia going for one of his quick innings here. The 0-1 delivery, and that's going to be inside, and a 1-ball 1-strike count. David Robertson, who everybody found out after the game last night was not available for 3 days to pitch out of the bullpen. Their closer has gone on the DL. 1-1 delivery, and that will be taken outside, and a 2-ball 1-strike count. Clay Rapata, whom we saw leaving the dugout after he pitched a third of an inning, has a virus. He is here at the ballpark not feeling well, and whether he's actually available or not is real questionable. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Markakis. That'll go to first base. Easy play for Teixeira, and both pitchers start out retiring the opposing side in order. Baseball night here at Camden Yards. No score. By Luna. Call for the Luna double and get your second room of flooring free. 877-241-LUNA. Out of blue sky showing up at sunset time. Some thunder bumpers have been around the area, so there are some high cumulus floating around, but all in all, a very pleasant night here. Wei and Chen getting off to the good start. The Orioles come in having lost 2 in a row. They are 2-5 on the year against the Yankees. Yankees are the ones, there's always a team each season that every ball club wishes didn't exist. And that changes. The Orioles are 20-9 against everybody else, but against Girardi's Yankees, 2-5.
Yeah,
the ones putting the early dent in.
Well, I think the Yankees have caused a lot of teams trouble over the years. But unfortunately, with the good start the Orioles have had, they've had to match up against the Yankees, and the Yankees have played a little bit better baseball.
If you look at the numbers for these two teams as A-Rod stands in, the Orioles actually have the better statistics in the series in the games against the Yankees. The batting average is better. The runs are even. They both scored 28 runs. Orioles have had 68 hits. The Yankees have had 61. The Yankees have 8 home runs. The Orioles 7. ERA almost the same, 3.41 for the Oriole pitchers, 3.63 for the Yankee pitchers. I mean, right down the line, the numbers are generally favorable for Buck Showalter's team, but not getting the runner in scoring position hits. And that is a strike. Plus, the games have been very close. These two teams are playing 1- and 2-run ball games, even though last night ended up being an 8-5 game. And A-Rod on the big cut, 3-2. Rodriguez had a big night, 3 for 5. Chen trying to shut him down here in this first at bat, hitting .263 off lefties, 40 points higher against right-handers. 3-2 delivery to him, and that's going to be inside, and there's a walk. And the Maryland Lottery strike and rich contestant of a game, Olga Perez from Columbia. Olga, you've already won $500 for being selected. You get $100 for every strikeout the Oriole pitchers get. That'll come to you from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn non-winning strike and rich scratch-offs into cash. Enter to win great O's prizes. mdlottery.com/strike and rich. Olga, good luck. Leadoff walk here in the second inning. Here's Teixeira. He brings a 4-game hit streak in, including a big night last night. He ended up with a double his last at bat, a home run the bat before that, and a walk the bat before that, and scored all 3 times. Teixeira's .233 off lefties, .231 off righties so far. And that pitch will be inside to him.
You know, that's a great reason why Chen's had so much success here in the early going. He's established that fastball in. He can throw it off the plate in to move guys' feet, and he can spot it and locate it for a strike in there as well.
1-1. A-Rod's running. Oh my gosh. Chen didn't look. Chen still had the baseball, and A-Rod was halfway down to second base.
Yeah, he had him timed up pretty good and knew he wasn't paying attention right there. And you know, he's a veteran player, obviously, and can understand and has a sense and a feel for the game. And when he realized Chen wasn't paying any attention to him, he pretty much had a free bag.
That's 4 for 4 stealing bases for Rodriguez. That takes away the double play, puts him in scoring position for Teixeira. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Ground ball. A-Rod decides not to go. Hardy will get it over to first base for the out. That was almost one of those where he had such a jump that Chen's step off and a throw to second, the ball probably would have been there waiting for him. But Chen wasn't even looking over there.
Well, you know, pitchers fall into tendencies sometimes where they just get into a rhythm, and Alex Rodriguez was probably timing him at a 2 count, and he was consistent with it, and maybe he picked it up in video from his previous start or whatever, and it held true, so he took advantage of that. And he might have left a little bit early, but sometimes pitchers are blind to that when they don't think a guy's going to run.
Yeah, because it looked like he was looking right over there and not seeing him.
Exactly.
Here's Granderson. Curtis Granderson will take it for a strike. Granderson had a 1 for 4 in the ball game last night, hitting at .257, second in the league in home runs. He's got 12. He also has 21 RBIs, just out of the top 10 in runs batted in. 6 behind Josh Hamilton for the home run lead. And a great pitch. 0-2. There you see the home run leaders. Hamilton with 18. Dunn now has moved up to tie Granderson. Edwin Encarnacion, and Adam Jones has 10. I don't know why, but I have a sense Hamilton is not going to win the home run title in the American League.
Why do you feel that? Health?
I don't know.
Health reasons?
No. I just think guys who jump out like that. Bautista's been a difference in the past couple of years, but over the years, guys who hit home runs early, even if they're home run hitters, you can't keep that pace up, and you start falling back just little by little, especially since it's only a month and a half in, and you get back to your level, and other hitters start passing you by. We'll see. I'll talk to you in September. The delivery is going to be taken inside, and a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Well, we witnessed it here. He was in mockery mode, hitting home runs and continued to stay hot. I think if his health, that's always been a concern for him. If he stays healthy and can get 600-700 at bats, I think he's going to put up some huge numbers.
Yep. 1-ball, 2-strike delivery, fouled off the end of the bat. And the fact he's in a contract year and discussions are underway doesn't hurt the cause, shall we say.
Right.
Especially when he also said, I'd like to play in Texas, but if I don't, that's okay.
Yeah, other teams' ears that perked right up, right?
A lot of phones started ringing. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Shift on. Hardy right behind second base. 1-2 delivery in the air, center field. A-Rod's gonna tag. Jones makes the catch, and A-Rod's not going to go anywhere. So 2 down.
He knows about Adam Jones's arm, that's for sure. And obviously he doesn't want to make the third out at third base, but everybody in the league is well aware of Adam Jones' throwing arm out there. We talked about his home runs, but boy, has he been a well-rounded player here in the early going for the Orioles. He just continues to get better and better, plays hard. Every play he hustles down the first base line and puts pressure on the defense and continues to play that Gold Glove caliber center field.
So after A-Rod got on, stole second, Teixeira's grounded out, Granderson flies out, and now here's Jones. Andrew Jones getting the start, and the breaking ball taken inside. Jones 182 against left-handers and 353 against right-handers. Why is he playing? Because they don't have anybody else. The injuries are piling up. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and that'll be up high. No, in there for a strike. And Jones turns, and Girardi looks at the floor.
Well, we saw the high strike called on Andino, and that one was just a little bit higher out of the zone.
A-Rod off second base. Here's the 1-1. That'll be over the screen. The other injuries we need to update you on for the Yankees. Raul Ibanez, one of their hottest hitters, took that plunk in the elbow. He is not on the DL. He's in the dugout. Joe Girardi, though, hesitating. It's bad enough that they didn't dare to start him. Even with a left-hander, he probably would have been in. Nova, who came off with a double right ankle hurt, he got hit by Markakis and then twisted it covering first. They said today he's walking better. I'm not sure that's a real good update, but anyway, he's walking better.
Well, we expected him to be in a wheelchair after the beating his feet took last night.
So, Yankees getting a little short on the bench. That one right back to the mound. Chen's got it. He will walk it over, make the flip, and get the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. The Yankees in the inning go 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. punch top can for a smoother pour. Not just a good time, it's Miller time. With Mike Bordick, I'm Gary Thorne. As the two left-handers join in battle here. Great night to be outside watching the ball game. CC Sabathia. You'll have Jones, Wieters, and Betemeet coming up against him. 16-2 lifetime against the Orioles for Sabathia, and an even better percentage here at Camden Yards, where he has gone 10-1 with a 2.95 ERA. And Jones will take it outside for a ball. Adam Jones hitting .333 lifetime against Sabathia with 2 home runs. Comes in with a 6-game hit streak, including a 2 for 5 in the ball game last night. A-Rod in even with a bag at third. Don't need to be even with that one. Back in left field. Nix is going back, and goodbye! Home run! Adam Jones gets his 3rd career homer on CC Sabathia. His 11th of the year, his 23rd RBI.
Adam Jones continues to feel great at the plate, teeing off on CC Sabathia right there.
Popped up by Matt Wieters. Stewart may have room. He does.
And here's Adams' cut at this fastball. Down the middle. Boy, and Adam Jones just drops some head on that. There's a no-doubter off the bat. And the Orioles take the 1-run lead.
6 home runs off Sabathia this year, 3 by righties, 3 by lefties. And Jones continues to hit them when they make a difference. 8 of his 11 home runs have either tied the game or given the Orioles the lead. Sabathia pulls the string on Betemeet for a swinging strike. Betemeet had a 1 for 4 in the ballgame last night, working at first base in the ballgame today. There's Adam Jones putting the Orioles up. That's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Talking to Jim Presley. He crunched all of that one. And the Orioles' first hit of the game. 1-1 delivery. There's that pitch that we've seen against the right-handers from Sabathia over the years. I think it's unhittable.
Boy, it's nasty. If he throws it at that back foot, and you know, we talked about his live fastball, but he throws it out there over the plate, and it's just got so much bite down on that, down and in. It's tough to lay off.
There it is again. 2 strikeouts for Sabathia, and both of them have been on that pitch. 1 to Andino, 1 to Betemeet.
Well, he threw a bigger one just before this pitch, and this was a little harder and tighter. Betemeet probably thinking that he might try to sneak a fastball by him, and there's that hard slider again, down and in.
19-game winner last year, ended up going 19-8, had a 3.0 earned run average. He had 1 tough start to start the season against Tampa Bay. Since then, he's dropped his ERA every ball game. He gave up 5 runs, 8 hits, and 6 innings in the opener. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. And there is Bill Hall, first home run of the season, coming on Saturday. Hall gets to be the designated hitter for the Orioles in the ball game tonight. 0-1 pitch to him, and again stays inside, and it's a called strike.
I think he's back in the lineup because his eyes finally healed up after all that shaving cream that got thrown into it by Adam Jones.
It's amazing anybody sees after that.
Oh, I know.
The whipped cream's okay. The shaving cream, that hurts.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way, and just right back in there. So after giving up the home run to Jones, he retires Wieters, Betemeet, and Hall. But Adam Jones kicked off the inning with the long ball, his 11th, and the Orioles have a 1-0 lead. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union serves the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, the Department of Defense, and their families. Federally insured by NCUA and by your Baltimore BMW Centers. Other ball games today. The Nationals were beaten as Strasburg took his first loss today, 6-1. He is now 3-1. Bass, the winner, 2-4. Tough day. Got started. It was raining. It was wet. He was having trouble controlling his pitches. Then they had like an 8-minute rain delay. Came back out at a 3-2 count. Gave up a 2 RBI single, and ball game was pretty much over. He pitched only 4 innings. Strasburg gave up 4 runs, 7 hits over 4 today. Here is Jason Nix. Nix getting into the lineup. One of those players that is getting an opportunity because of injuries to others. So Nix is making the start in left field. Brett Gardner continues out. Can't touch a bat for another 10 days. And so Nix delivers a base hit. Leadoff single. And there is the first hit for the Yankees. See, the lowest home run to fly ball ratio, meaning you can put balls up in the air, but they're not going to go out. Peavy's top of that pile. Bard, Verlander, Weaver, and Wei-Yin Chen of the Orioles. Orioles won 5, have lost only 1 in the 6 starts that Chen has made this year. Here is Stewart doing the catching. .240 average for Stewart on the year. The backup catcher for the Yankees, playing bunt at third. He's not, and fouls it back.
A little surprised that Girardi didn't put something on there early in the count, because obviously at the beginning of the game they were trying to step out on Chen, break his rhythm up, and maybe a strategy offensively would be to do something to disrupt his rhythm by maybe bunting or hitting him running.
Still in, even with a bag, Tollefson at third, and he had no intention of bunting. It's one of the much talked about issues in the new age of stats and numbers crunching, whether or not you should ever sacrifice, or whether or not it is a negative no matter when it's done or for what reason.
Right. It's been proven actually statistically that why give up an out?
Yep.
Outs are so precious. Why bunt into an out? And it kind of makes sense, but there are times in a game where you just have to get a runner to second base or third base.
Wieters, catcher to catcher. Unproductive at bat. Runner stays at first. The Orioles are going to return to Camden Yards on Monday to begin a week-long homestand. The Red Sox and the Royals on Tuesday. Don't miss another Ollie's Bargain Night presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. Every Tuesday home game, all upper reserve seats, $9 in advance. Get out and support the O's. For tickets, 888-848-BIRD. Go to Orioles.com. Here is Derek Jeter. One down, runner on at first. Jeter popped out his first time up this season against the Orioles. Jeter hitting at .375, very close to his overall .364 average. He's had 1 home run against the O's, and the throw over, and Nix is back to the bag. The hit leaders, Jeter still at the top. Hamilton, David Ortiz, Elvis Andrus, and Dustin Pedroia. 2 Red Sox on that list, as the Red Sox have started to pick up the pace, still in the cellar in the East, but they've won 4 in a row. And Jeter on the cut on a pitch going away from him. Strike 1.
Of course, Derek Jeter in the first series they played with a pretty good fastball, late movement on it. Greeted Chen to the major leagues with a home run. So Chen obviously will never forget that moment in his major league career. Unfortunately, a home run though.
And the pitch will be taken down low. Chen in that ball game against the Yankees in his debut. 4 runs, 7 hits, 5 2/3 innings. Non-decision. He has had his wins against the White Sox, Oakland, and Texas. Non-decision against the Yankees, Angels, and Boston. But as we said, the Orioles are 5-1 in his 6 starts. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Jeter punches that into right field for a base hit. Nix will make the turn and stay. And another Jeter opposite field hit.
Well, out of his 3,000 and something hits, it seems like he's gotten 2,000 hits like this, where he just pulls his hands inside and fights it off the other way, especially when he's behind in the count. And he just manages to get that bat head on the ball, fight it off for a base hit.
So the Yankees, trailing by 1, have runners on at first and second base. It'll bring up Swisher. Swisher lined out easily to short, his first time up. Swisher had a 1 for 3 against Chen in that previous game. The Yankees, even though they won last night, they were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position, believe it or not. They are already 0 for 3 in this ball game. The Orioles, even though they lost 8-5, went 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position and lost the ball game. But Showalter's team stranded 8, and the Yankees left 10 on board.
Well, unfortunately, that game got a little bit sloppy last night with some base on balls and a couple misplays that led to runs.
That'll be down low, and he falls behind on Swisher, 2-0. I'm not sure there's anybody better at getting ahead on the count than Nick Swisher.
It seems
he has
like
the eternal patience, doesn't he?
He sure does.
He just never swings at a first pitch.
Growing up in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
He learned that Billy ball. He stuck with him.
2-0 delivery on the way. That's going to go to short. Hardy and Dino relay. Got him. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Orioles have the lead, 1-0. Ceremonial first pitch today. That's the trainer of Kentucky Derby winner. I'll have another. Doug O'Neill throwing out the first pitch to Ryan Flaherty. Of course, the Preakness is coming up on Saturday. So get out the spats and the straw hats and get ready for the Preakness. I'll have another, Will.
That wasn't the jockey?
That was the jockey. The horse is dead. Don't think he'd get around the track. Nothing personal, but you got to be 5'3" and weigh under 100 pounds. Much like yourself. Here is Steve Tollefson. And rips that one. First pitch from Sabathia. Nix going into the corner. Tollefson is on his way to second base, and the Orioles have a leadoff double as Tollefson gets his 3rd hit in 8 at-bats.
Tollefson doesn't waste any time, jumps all over a fastball and delivers a double down the left field line. Well, I'll tell you what, all spring training, Steve Tollefson came up with big hits, and it's great to see him up here getting opportunities, especially against a great pitcher like CC Sabathia, picking up that double right there.
So the Orioles immediately get a runner in scoring position. Playing left field in the ball game, Xavier Avery, with a runner at second base and nobody out. A-Rod at third moves in. He squares, and it's taken away. For Avery, what a start. Had an 0 for 4 in the first game. Last night against the Yankees, a 2 for 5, a double, a triple. And he was exciting. Once you can go around the bases in the game, and then Jeter got that ball. And as only Jeter could, showed it to him, said, "You want this baseball?"
Yeah, he had talked about that in an interview that I saw, and he said he's never ever going to forget that moment.
There's a great bunt. A-Rod's throw, no, not in time, and the speed of Avery gets him an infield hit and moves Tolleson to third. And that was with Rodriguez moved in.
Well, Xavier Avery has spent most of his minor league career working on bunting because of that great speed. Alex Rodriguez obviously aware of that. But man, oh man, did he get down there. And, you know, A-Rod made a nice barehanded play. But boy, you can't teach that. That great speed right there.
No, he's got another hit. And now the RBI chance goes to Andino. Andino struck out his first time up. Now 7 for 19 lifetime off Sabathia. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. For Andino, runner in scoring position wise, he's hitting .350. He's gone 7 for 20 with a home run. One of the best of the Oriole regulars, along with Adam Jones. Sabathia, the 0-1 delivery, and hit him, and the bases are loaded. The second hit batter of the year by Sabathia.
Yeah, he's been pretty good about hitting his spots all night, but that pitch right there just kind of got away from him a little bit. Wanted that fastball in, but it took off and just clipped Andino's jersey right there. And Robert Andino is probably happy it hit his jersey and not his rib cage.
Yeah. So the Orioles bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Hardy, flied to right, first time up. Big chance for the Orioles, big inning possibility. That is taken for a strike. Hardy with the 3 grand slams in his career. This year with the bases loaded, he's gone 0 for 3. The Orioles, with runners in scoring position, are 5 for 19 with the Wieters grand slam home run. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that will be taken. 1-1. So Sabathia having to work here in the third inning.
Steve Tolleson jumped on that first pitch fastball and threw first pitch ball to Avery, first pitch breaking ball to Andino, first pitch breaking ball to J.J. Hardy. So I think Tolleson kind of scared him off that fastball.
1-1 delivery on the outside corner. Hardy going, Hardy, you see, 400 during that last 40 at bat, 16 RBIs since May 6, 11 runs since May 6. Both of those up there tied for first in the majors, covering a 9-game span. Hardy with a 1-2 count, and just missed with that one, and Sabathia with a breaking ball takes it to 2-2.
Well, that's a good take right there by J.J. Hardy. We've seen a few hitters for the Orioles offense tonight chase that slider down and in. A nice take right there.
Orioles have loaded him up. 2-2. Nobody out. And Hardy towards the middle. Jeter's got it. There's one. Cano to first. There's 2. A run will score. The Orioles have a 2-0 lead, but Sabathia gets the ground ball he wanted. No RBI.
There's JJ's at bat. First pitch breaking ball. Down and in fastball. Paints a fastball away, then throws that hard slider down in. JJ doesn't bite, but then tries to locate it away. JJ goes after it, hits into a double play.
The Orioles were concerned in as far as back as spring training about two matters offensively in particular. One with the strikeouts, the other the double plays. And the Orioles are piling up in both categories. That's 43 double plays the Orioles have hit into. That's more than any other American League team. Here's Markakis. It does get a run in, and it puts a runner at third base now with 2 down. Nick Markakis grounded out his first time up. There is Avery, who had a single. He's the lone base runner on now over at third base. Sabathia with the 0-1 delivery. That's inside, almost caught Markakis. Orioles in strikeouts ranked 12th among the 14 teams in the American League. Seattle has struck out more than any other ball club, and tied with the Orioles. Minnesota coming into the game in Ks. Markakis 1-1, and that pitch will be taken down low. 2 ball 1 strike count. Little breeze blowing out towards center field tonight. Granderson playing shallow in center, as he always does. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Markakis a chopper to second base. Robinson Cano gets the big hop, and the out is recorded. So the Orioles hope for a bigger inning. They will get a run on a couple of hits, leave one on, and have a 2-0 lead. On the Orioles starter, Wei-Yin Chen. Innings 1 and 2 going the first time through. Innings 3 through 5. Average goes up, ERA with it. And then after 6, way up to 3.23 and a 6.43 ERA. Our Inside the Numbers brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. So Wei-Yin Chen will look to get a little more consistent, bring those numbers down through the second and third time through.
Well, there's no doubt about it, and that's what makes quality starters, because they're able to make the adjustments as they face guys 3 and 4 times through the order. Obviously, we're looking at one of the best in CC Sabathia. Keeps his composure, mixes up pitches. We saw the last thing, threw a lot of breaking balls and really minimized damage with the bases loaded. And so Chen's going to learn that. He's got a great catcher, obviously, in Matt Wieters to teach him the way, and obviously Rick Adair. And these are things that they address, but this game is constant adjustments. It's adjustment inning to inning, pitch to pitch, and through the course of the season.
Robinson Cano, as the Yankees are getting their second at bats. Cano, a strikeout victim his first time up. 1 walk, 1 strikeout for Chen. No walks, 3 strikeouts, and a hit batter for Sabathia. The Orioles 2-3-0. The Yankees 0-2-0. And that pitch will miss, and the count goes to 2-0. Cano, Rodriguez, and Teixeira do up against Wei-Yin Chen. Chen has thrown 6 out of 12 first pitch strikes in the ball game. Here's the 2-0 delivery. When Cano, and after pitch, it was pretty well in and up, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, 2-0. I mean, I think he had one thing on his mind, and he may have been just sitting on a breaking ball, because he went after that pretty aggressively, even though it was out of the zone.
Cano has had the hot bat. He's had 17 hits in his last 39 at bats. And a ground ball back to the mound. Chen, perfect fielding position. Purchase an Orioles Legends Celebration Series package. Lock in your ticket to each of the 5 remaining games in the series, honoring the greatest Orioles of all time. At those games, all fans receive a replica sculpture of that day's honoree. You can order your ticket package now and receive a replica Frank Robinson sculpture in case you missed it in April. 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com/legends. Rodriguez with a walk, stolen base, and he was stranded in the first inning. And the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Rodriguez has picked his average up over the last 8 games coming into this, hitting .400. Home run, 3 RBIs, and 5 multi-hit contests in those 8 games, including last night with a 3 for 5. 1-0 delivery to him. That's going to go to short. Hardy. 2 down. Chen's now recorded 6 ground ball outs and 4 fly ball outs in the game.
I was just going to mention the ground ball to J.J. Hardy right there. I know the Orioles have had some problems defensively, and you know, it seems like on the corners especially, but the Orioles' strength and one of the huge reasons why they are tops in the division right now is the strength up the middle. J.J. Hardy and Andino playing solid defense. Matt Wieters doing the catching, and Jonesy obviously in center field.
Mark Teixeira grounded out his first time up. The Maryland native. Thought it was interesting. He was talking to the New York press about playing here in Baltimore and called it home. He says it's always nice to come home to play. He gets a lot of family and friends that come here. And the Oriole fans wish he'd come here, and they let him know it every time he comes to the plate. Here's a 2-0 delivery listed in the air to center field. Jones going back with room. Chen retires the side in order, and the Orioles on top, 2-0. Is brought to you by AT&T 4G LTE. With speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G, AT&T Rethink Possible. And by Chili's Triple Dipper. Choose 3 appetizers from 10 delicious choices. Here at Camden Yards, the Orioles are 11-9 on the season, 11-5 away from their home ballpark. Jones, Wieters, and Bettamy coming up. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning against Sabathia. Jones delivered his 11th home run in the 2nd inning. Now has a 7-game hit streak.
Oh, and here's that home run in 1st inning or 2nd inning. by Jones. 351 lifetime against Sabathia. Making some noise on the end.
And he'll foul that one off for strike one. Sabathia throwing 11 out of 13. First pitch strike so far, but the Orioles have been able to get the 2 runs on 3 hits off him. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Bunting. And that fouled off, hit the plate. Adam Jones was kind of walking down to first, now decides to turn around. I think he was a little worried there that that ball might have gotten him in fair territory.
Or it might have hit him in the chin.
Yeah.
Bounced straight off that plate, came up. Got up under the arm or something.
Still chewing good, so he's all right.
All right.
Two strike count on Adam Jones. Sabathia gets it in, popped him up at the plate. Stewart finds the ball, gets rid of the mask, and makes the catch. This day in baseball brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Go to OCOcean.com. Click on Summer of Thanks for special deals and discounts. Was this date in 1991, May 15, England's Queen Elizabeth, along with President George Bush, were guests at the A's-O's game played at Baltimore's Memorial Stadium. The Queen seeing a little baseball in the Queen City on this date.
I may have been there.
You remember?
I don't. That was a long time ago.
Well, how would you if you couldn't forget if you were there with the Queen? Could you?
Hey, man, I was a rookie, so I had a lot of other things on my mind. You know, coming up with the Oakland A's, are you kidding me? Bash Brothers at all?
That's right. You had other things to worry about.
Yeah.
Matt Wieters popped out his first time up. And the pitch is taken on the inside corner for a strike. Sabathia, we told you, with that opening day, 5 earned runs, 6 innings off him. Since then, over the last 5 starts, opponents hitting only 197 against him coming into this ball game. 29 for 147 in the last 5 games. That pitch is going to be taken away. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Sabathia's also tied a career high that he set back in 07. He's had 53 strikeouts in his first 7 starts, the most in a 7-game stretch to start a year ever for him. That is fouled off, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. For Orioles alert you can't miss, including starting lineups, in-game updates, text Orioles 29292. That winning percentage he has against the Orioles is the highest by any pitcher in history against the Orioles since the club moved here in 1954. That 16-2 mark. 2-2 delivery, and Wieters takes it in the air to right field. Swisher misjudged it. That's going to go all the way to the well. Wieters will go into second base. He's got a double as Swisher actually underran that ball.
Yeah, well, we had talked earlier in the game how most outfielders run to the spot where they think the ball's going to be. Well, Swisher misjudged this one by about 20 feet. He tried to cut it off in the gap. And it ended up almost 1 hop in the wall. Great swing going with that pitch. And boy, Swisher missed that one by a mile.
So the Orioles get a break on that. Wieters gets his 7th double. He hit it hard. And now the Orioles Betamete, the strikeout victim, gets the chance at the RBI. Orioles have not been able to pick up the base hit with a runner in scoring position yet in this game, even though they have the 2-0 lead. Home run, Jones. Other one scored on a double play ground ball. Tollefson came in. Misses inside.
CC Sabathia doesn't miss the glove very much, and there are many reasons why he's a successful pitcher. Obviously being able to locate all of his pitches, but he can pitch backwards as well. There are a lot of lefties that have success throwing off-speed pitches in hitters' counts, and vice versa, where he'll throw fastballs when he's ahead. So he mixes it up and always keeps you guessing up there. And with his plus stuff and command, obviously leading the way to his 185 or so career wins.
Betterman laid off that pitch that was down and in that struck him out the first time. Here's the 2-1 delivery right back there. He's not going to give up on that pitch. And 2-ball, 2-strike count on Betterman with Hall waiting on deck, 1 down. There's Wieters out at second base, checking around. That's Showalter's club after their 23rd win, tied for first with Tampa Bay coming into this game. 2-2 delivery. Didn't go after it. Stewart stopped it, and a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
Well, the same pitches he struck Wilson out on earlier in the game, and that right there, Wilson Betterman laying off that tough slider down and in.
See the numbers against Sabathia. A little discussion there. Stewart, catcher, going out. Joe Girardi getting Stewart in, the backup catcher for this game. Hadn't played in the last 4. Yankees coming in at 20-15, a game and a half out. 3-ball, 2-strike count, Betterman. And down to third and foul. Yep, way out in front of that one.
Well, that's the only way he's going to hit it, if he tries to catch it out in front of the plate, because if he let that go another 2 inches, it was going to be down on his back foot for a swing and a miss.
Count remains at 3-2. Cano holding the runner at second base. Betterman again. This is their battle right now. Sabathia says, I'm going to throw that breaking ball down and in at your back foot.
Yeah, he's thrown it 4 times in a row, and Wilson keeps fighting. Boy, you'd think he could make a mistake with one of those, but he's so proficient at locating that slider.
8th pitch of the at bat to Betterman. 3-2, and walked him. Betterman wins the battle.
Yeah, nice at bat right there by Wilson Betterman, fighting off some very tough pitches, throwing that base on balls.
And the Orioles get 2 on. That will bring Hall to the plate. Bill Hall was a strikeout victim his first time up. Made his debut on Saturday against Tampa Bay, and 22nd player in Orioles history to have a home run first game playing with the club. First time since Asturias did it against the Yankees, Cesar Asturias, back in 2009. And this one will be fouled off. Put an uppercut on that one.
Well, after seeing all those breaking balls they threw Wilson Betterman, and he struck out on one himself. First fastball he's seeing, he's hacking.
Wieters on at second base. Betterman on at first. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And again, a big uppercut fouled off over into the Yankee side of the field. And the count goes to 2 strikes. Those 2 cuts, all really looking like he wanted to yank one. Orioles with another chance to have a substantial offensive inning here if they can find a couple of key hits. And again came in and got him. Sabathia with his 4th strikeout of the ball game.
Oh, he didn't really waste much time. He went right to that slider down and in, and got Bill Hall to chase it again for his second K on the same pitch.
Sabathia getting 4 strikeouts. The Orioles 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position now, and now with 2 down. Tollefson, who delivered a double his first time up. Collison jumped on a fastball in the third inning, and so he gets an off-speed pitch to start him out here, and it will miss for a ball. Put that one on the outside corner, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Orioles are really making him work. Last inning and this inning, he has been able to get the outs, though, to keep it at a 2-0 ball game with a couple of double play ground balls. 21 pitches this inning, 55 in the game. Sabathia, here's the 1-1. In the air, but not going to go far enough. It'll go into the seats as a foul ball. Just a little ahead of that one.
Well, he's thrown him 3 straight breaking balls after Steve jumps on that first pitch fastball in his first at bat for a double. CC says, well, see if he can hit this breaking ball, and he keeps flipping it up there. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to sneak a fastball by him here, though.
Collison coming up on Wednesday from Norfolk. Free agent signed last November. 2 on. Here's the 1-2 delivery to him, and that's going to be inside. The Orioles are not helping Sabathia for the most part on that pitch to right-handers.
He is wearing out that spot in the right-handed batter's box, isn't he? Down and in.
Stewart's blocked about a dozen pitches already that have been so good. I mean, they're in the dirt. Even on the strikeouts, they've been bounced, as you saw in that last one when Hall struck out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Wieters at second. Metamead at first. Here's the 2-2. And Tolleson to third. Rodriguez will go to Cano. They'll get the force out. No runs, a hit, no errors, and the Orioles will leave 2 on base. The Orioles lead it 2-0. Weekend off with a bang with the season's first fireworks night coming up on Friday, May 25. Just stick around after the Orioles take on the Royals 7:05 and a great fireworks display to light up downtown. Don't miss this Birdland summer tradition. Get your tickets in advance and save 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. As well as finishing this homestand, of course, the Orioles are rounding out a string of games that everybody was taking a look at right from the get-go, saying, oh my, how are the Orioles going to fare when they get into this run of games against the teams in the East that they've got to play. Yankees on the road, Boston on the road, 4 games against Texas at home, 3 against Tampa Bay and 2 against the Yankees. Well, this is the final game of that particular 15-game stretch. The Orioles have gone 8-6 so far. Curtis Granderson will take that for a strike. Granderson flied out his first time up. Wei and Chen a walk, 1 strikeout. He has given up only 2 hits to the Yankees, singles by Jeter and Nix, and a swinging strike from Granderson. 0-2. And he'll foul it back, and he's doing it against a team that puts up big numbers against left-handers. Chen's facing a Yankee ball club with a .294 batting average against lefties.
Well, it's definitely a tough test for him, and he's been doing pretty well right now, keeping hitters off balance.
In the air to left field, Avery. Granderson out of there, 1 down, 5th inning. Our PNC postgame tune-in will be coming up. Jim and Rick will be along to recap the ball game. Mike will join them with his comments. Mike Showalter and his press conference. Player interviews brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Now the Orioles will employ that shift against right-handers to Andrew Jones. And Dina will get to play on the other side of second. And that pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Grounded out his first time up. 1 down, nobody on. 1-0 delivery. Orioles, a home run by Jones. Solo shot leading off the second. Tollefson scored. Ground ball double play in the third for their 2 runs. 2-4-0 for the Orioles. Yankees 0-2-0. One and 2.
Well, with Andino over there on the other side of second base, the shortstop side of second base, he's obviously pretty familiar with that spot. It's a little bit different when JJ moves over to the second base side. Just a totally different look. Now, Robert Andino has played shortstop and probably continues to take ground balls over there because he is potentially the backup shortstop if anything would happen to JJ or give him a day off. He's played over there a few times this year, a couple times. So it's an easier look for him. But I was talking to JJ about it. Just when you have to move to the other side of the diamond, your perspective on things just gets a little bit out of whack. You just don't feel as comfortable, obviously.
It's like having a season ticket down the first base side for the ball games, and then you move to the third base side second deck. The whole thing looks different.
You got it.
2-2 delivery is going to be taken away, and Chen goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jones, 10-time Gold Glove winner. Over the 400 home run mark. Now a utility player with the Yankees. 3-2 and got him. Chen, the strikeout, his second of the game.
Wow, that was a great pitch. He really pitched Jones tough, and I don't know if that was a changeup or a little cutter. It was a changeup, and that is nasty. An inside changeup to Jones. I mean, that's what establishing his fastball earlier in the game sets up pitches like that for later on. And boy, that was a nasty pitch.
And here is Nix, who singled his first time up. And he will take the pitch for a strike. Jason Nix, he hasn't played in a couple of games. Had a 2-run homer, 1 for 3 Saturday against Seattle. Signed a major league contract, and the Yankees roster, having played only 8 games at the Triple-A level. He's worked with the Colorado, White Sox, Indians, Toronto, and now the Yankees. Chen with a 2-strike count on Nix. And the delivery will be taken down low. Wieters blocking that one. 1 ball, 2-strike count.
Well, with all the injuries, obviously Nick's getting a chance to play, but you talked about the opportunities for so many young players. Man, so many guys get breaks. Obviously, the Yankees' famed break was when Wally Pipp took that day off and Lou Gehrig slid in there. Great opportunity for him, but there's a lot of young players getting chances here in the early going of the season to potentially establish themselves or at least show their managers what they can do for extended playing time.
Orioles, of course, having that happen with the likes of Hall, a veteran, Tollefson, Avery, the 22-year-old. It's going to miss down low. Endy Chavez, Mark Reynolds flew today to Sarasota. to start their rehab. That gives the 22-year-old in left field a chance. Tollefson gets an opportunity at third. Badameet's playing at first base tonight. And that one's going to be popped up in the air to shallow left field. Avery will come in. He wants it. It's his ball, and he's got it. That is a 1-2-3 inning, counting the double play. That's 8 in a row retired by Chen. The Orioles home run by Jones. Double play ground ball. Second run. The rest of it has been up to Chen. And Wei-Yin Chen, the Orioles starters, been able to shut down the Yankees. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick back here with you at Camden Yards. There's an aura of confidence around him on the mound, is there not, when he pitches?
Boy, it seems like it. This kid has great composure out there. His confidence seems to be growing and growing, especially at his last great outing against Texas and now matched up against the New York Yankees. And boy, oh boy, he's making some great pitches to some quality hitters.
It's interesting because here was a pitcher who went to the Japanese League and clearly wanted to come to the majors because he put in his contract an out that allowed him to come earlier than other pitchers that pitch over there. So this is what he's been aiming for since he started playing pro ball.
Well, isn't that great? Obviously a great athlete and a great pitcher over there, but wanted to challenge himself even more to play against the best players in the world in Major League Baseball. And he's faced some of the greatest players in the world here in the New York Yankees tonight.
And so far, so good. The Yankees have only 2 singles off him. The Orioles 2 runs on 4 hits. Sabathia against Avery. And the pitch misses down low for a ball. Avery, the speedster, hitting in the 9 spot, fouls it back, and a single his first time up. Time for our AT&T Mobility Trivia fact. Xavier Avery became the 3rd Oriole to record his first major league hit this season with a first inning double. That came on Monday against the Yankees. Luis Exposito and Ryan Flaherty, the other O's, recording their first major league hits this season. We're talking about doors opening for players. There are some other names. Showed bunt. Did he go? No. Gary Cederstrom down at third said he pulled that bat back, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, Alex Rodriguez definitely respects Avery's speed, but Avery, much like Sabathia, pounding that slider down and in, says, hey, I'm going to try it again until you show you can throw me out.
And now gets ahead on the count 3-1. Sabathia has walked only 1, and he has struck out 4. Chen has walked 1 and struck out 2. Sabathia retires 73% of leadoff batters this year, but the Orioles have been able to get 2 out of 4 on. 3 out of 5. Avery gets the leadoff walk. That's pretty good patience for a 22-year-old facing stuff from Sabathia.
Well, it sure was. That was a great at bat by Avery. And then, you know, obviously utilizing one of his weapons, showing bunt, putting a little pressure on the defense. You know, Sabathia, that might have gotten in his head too, even though CC's a great athlete out there on the mound. They got burnt on a bunt earlier in the game, and maybe CC thought, well, I got to get off the mound a little bit quicker, and might have rushed his delivery and walked him.
Now Andino. Saw the discussion with Jeter. Rodriguez is going to play even with the bag at third. He does show bunt, pushed it to first. Teixeira will go to the bag and record the out. It's a sacrifice, and Avery goes down to second base. Well, the Orioles do employ the sacrifice. 1 down. Show off your Birdland pride. Support the many programs aided by ordering the new official Orioles Maryland license plate. New cartoon bird is on it. It's a great plate to show your fan support. Proceeds go to the Orioles Charitable Foundation to be used on community programs. Maryland residents, visit Orioles.com/plates.
Well, here's Andino's bunt. Tried to push it. Actually, he was trying to push bunt for a base hit, but ended up working out like a sac bunt. The funny thing about that play is you see the speed, how it affects defense and puts the pressure on defense. When Teixeira fielded that ground ball, Andino stopped halfway on the first baseline, and Teixeira said, well, I'm not going to waste my time with you because Xavier Avery's running so fast down there. If I chase you, he's going to go to third. He ran right back and touched first.
Andino gets his second sacrifice, setting it up for Hardy. 1-0 delivery is chopped foul. Sabathia throwing 14 out of 20 first pitch strikes so far. So the Orioles actually have been able to get ahead on some counts in this ball game against Sabathia that you usually don't do. Hardy is flied out. He hit into a double play in the third inning. Came up with the bases loaded. That double play ground ball would score Tollison. No RBI credited. Hardy rips that one. That's into the corner in left field. It'll hit right at the base of the wall. Avery will come around to score. Hardy's got a double. The Orioles have a 3-0 lead.
Well, J.J. Hardy staying hot. He's had some good at-bats tonight off CC. Drives that slider. That slider didn't get down in that dirt like he wanted it to. And J.J. got the bat head to it for a double down the left field line. Avery obviously cruising into home. And J.J. breaking it down at second base. J.J. just drove that ball to right field his first at bat, and then he made good contact. Unfortunately, hit into that double play for his second at bat. And we found a hole right there down the left field line.
16th RBI of the season for him. And the Orioles have 5 hits off Sabathia, 3 runs, still only 1 away. Here's Marquez. And that will be taken outside for a ball. And again, a first pitch out of the strike zone by Sabathia.
Well, you know, 2-run leads obviously are never safe, especially when you're playing against a powerhouse team like the Yankees. But great execution right there by the Orioles. Avery drawing the base on balls, and Andino laying the sac bunt down, and J.J. Hardy getting the big hit. That's manufacturing a run right there.
Sabathia had given up only 2 runs in each of his last 3 starts against Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Detroit. 2 runs in each of those games. The Orioles have already put 3 up on the board in this one. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Marquez. That's going to be inside. Orioles now 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position in the ball game. They're moving up that ladder in the American League. They came in 7th with a .254 team batting average. A couple of points will move them up about 3 spots. Breaking ball, and Sabathia's just missing here, and he falls behind 3-1 on the count. And maybe even a little frustration showing that the Orioles been able to find a way to get these runs in against him.
Well, it hasn't been easy here. I mean, we've had good at bats, a couple tough innings. He got out of a tough inning with the double play ball, but he's had to work. I mean, he's only had a couple innings where he's cruised through.
Great off-speed delivery right there, and there's what we were talking about last night, Mike. The off-speed breaking ball and fastball situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Just happens all the time now. It's not. I'm not even sure it's the exception anymore.
No.
3-2 count. Runner off second base, and Marquez fouls it away. Nick with a .255 batting average and a home run lifetime off Sabathia. He has faced Sabathia 49 times in his career already. And a 3-2 count. Not a lot of secrets between these two. Hardy off second. Full count delivery. Had to reach for it. Granderson started back. Now he's got to come in. He'll put it away. 2 down. Tune in to the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow, 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Mel Antonin, Dave Johnson, Phil Wood. All the latest Oriole news, headlines as the O's begin their road trip in Kansas City and Washington. And Larry Rothschild's going to come out with Jones coming up and Wieters to follow, the pitching coach of the Yankees.
Well, pretty interesting here. Obviously, Jones done some damage off CC Sabathia, but boy, Matt Wieters off to a great start as well, and not as much power production from the right side. So they may be discussing it out there, and CC's been around the game long enough. I think Rothschild might be saying, hey, who do you feel better pitching to? Or what do you want to try to do here? So we get to wait and see what they decide.
Jones has obviously had the better numbers against him with a .333 batting average and 3 home runs, including 1 tonight. Wieters 5 for 22 with a home run. Runner at second base and 2 down. Orioles, the only team, 7 different players, 5 or more homers, led by Jones with 11. And that's going to go to the backstop. No play at third base, and Stewart sure looked like he got crossed up on that one.
Well, I think that was the worst pitch CC's thrown tonight. And I think catchers also get comfortable with pitchers that throw strikes, and did not expect this ball to go up and away. He expected it to be down on the outside corner, and CC's just let go of that ball a little bit too soon, and Stewart couldn't react to it.
The charging Stewart with a pass ball. Moving the runner over to third base. There are 2 down and a 1-0 count on Jones. And he'll take the pitch down low. And again, a 2-0 count.
Well, with that wild pitch or pass ball, excuse me, this gives the Orioles a really good opportunity, because CC, we've seen it all night. He bounces that slider down and in, and one of them, Stewart's done a great job blocking that pitch, but that may take away that pitch just for fear that it could get by him.
Are they pitching around Adam Jones?
It seems like they are. It seems like they are.
Wieters waiting on deck. Let's see if he bothers to come in with a strike or not. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Nope. Well, they weren't going to. They wanted no part of Jones, and he wanted no part of helping. So the third walk will put runners at first and third with 2 down for Matt Wieters.
Well, and the danger there, I mean, obviously Adam Jones has somewhat of a track record for chasing pitches, but the danger of pitching around, you saw just what happened. The pass ball allowing J.J. Hardy to get to third base and potentially eliminating his best pitch, that hard slider down and in.
Which he would still have available if he had just intentionally walked.
Exactly.
And left him at second base.
Exactly.
So Wieters with 2 down. The Orioles leading 3-0. A run in here in the 5th inning. Timeout taken by the Yankee bench.
Whew.
As they wanted to have Teixeira over on the bag. Teixeira was not holding the bag.
Boy, that would have been quite a gaffe right there.
So they moved him over and moved Cano back to the other side of second. 2 down. And that pitch is in there for a strike. I asked the other day, talking to some of the Oriole coaches, about players can't possibly remember all these shifts during a game. They're thinking about so many things. You got to have direction from the bench a lot, and there's one of those occasions right there where the players are thinking about the moment here and just kind of forgot what happens when they put that shift on. That ball's going to be blooped in the air. Cano coming over. Plenty of time to get there, and the strategy works. So they pitch around Jones. Wieters pops out. The Orioles will get a run. They'll leave a couple on, but it's a 3-0 O's lead.
highlights tonight. Adam Jones in the second inning taking CC Sabathia deep for a solo home run. And right after that, in the fifth inning, J.J. Hardy smashes a double off the wall, scoring Xavier Avery for a 3-run lead. And Chen has been masterful with 2 Ks. With great location, mixing up his pitches. He's only given up 2 hits in 5 innings. 1 base on balls. Steve Tolson 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And Adam Jones with that solo home run we just saw. And the Orioles have the lead 3-0 going into the 6th inning.
Wei-Yin Chen just impressive in getting the outs in the ball game. The Yankees have left only 2 on base, both at second. They've had just the 2 hits, singles by Jeter that came in the third, and Nix in the third. The best chance they had to score, Swisher hit into the double play in the inning that would end it. Here is Chris Stewart, the catcher. Stewart batting ninth, popped out his first time up. Jeter and Swisher will follow. Chen's delivery, and that is their first strike. Stewart joined this ball club from the San Francisco Giants on April 4 when the Yankees realized they were going to need a backup catcher. 0-1 delivery, and that's going to miss down low. Stewart has never had much in the way of offense on any of the teams he's played for, which is why he's been a backup catcher, because he's done a great job as far as throwing runners out's concerned, getting it done that way. Swinging a pitch that was going away from him, 1-2.
Well, he's utilizing that changeup very effectively here in the middle innings of the game, working off that fastball.
Stewart, a Major League 200 hitter, 30 years old. 1-2 delivery to him, and that'll be popped up in the inside pitch back over the screen. Chen gets ahead on the count again, a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Chen worked him away, a couple off-speed pitches, and then tried to sneak a fastball in on him. Great location, just fought that one off.
And the 1-2 delivery on the way, and he got him. 3 strikeouts for Wei-Yin Chen.
Boy, another great changeup right there. Very effective sequence. He threw fastball away, then changeup, fastball in, and changeup down. Really pretty masterful. Great location with all those pitches.
Derek Jeter singled his first time up, and he has popped out. Hitting at .368, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs for the Yankees leadoff batter. Jeter went on a tear after he came back off the DL last year, and he's not looked back. Many wondered when he went on the DL whether or not that might be one of those times that would catch up to him, and would he be able to come back and perform again. Well, he's at .343 since that return in July. And a swing and a miss on Chen.
Well, he's taken care of himself through his whole career. I mean, he hasn't seemed to change one bit. You know, I mean, keeps himself in top condition. The older you get, you have to train harder, obviously, to keep up with the game. The game's so fast. So you have to commend him for keeping up with himself.
There's the 0-1 delivery on the way. Ground ball to short. Hardy. Told you how good the Yankees are against lefties. Well, the Orioles are right up there too, which makes this performance by Chen so far even more impressive. The largest differential in batting average between left and right belongs to the Minnesota Twins. Then the Yankees, 294 to 267, and then the Orioles, 270, 245, and then the Rangers. Those are the leaders in the American League differentials between lefties and righties. And Chen's getting these outs not easily, but they are not hard hit balls. I mean, he's getting it done with the Yankees off stride, hitting ground balls, 2 people. I mean, he's really dominated so far. Swisher down to third. That's foul. He's 0 for 2 with a soft line out, and he hit into a double play.
Well, he's throwing a slider. I can't tell if that's a slider or a little cutter, but it's about the same speed as his changeup, and his the location on his fastball has been a key for him this whole game. I mean, it's set up all his pitches, off-speed pitches.
Like that. Fastball up high, chased. Swisher now with an 0-2 count.
Well, they're having trouble hitting that off-speed pitch or his off-speed pitches, so as soon as they see something with a little extra life, they're trying to be aggressive on the fastball. And he's sneaky quick.
Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way. Up high. Chen, with the 3 wins he has, 2 of those have come here at Camden Yards. He's got a 1.77 ERA in those starts made in this ballpark. Win against Oakland, win against Texas. Both here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch is going to miss inside. Well, Swisher, one of the few that's been able to work the count very deep in this game. Takes this one to 2-2. Cano waiting for a chance on deck. Here's the 2-2 delivery. And Swisher right into the glove of Chen. Sounds like it ought to be a movie, The Glove of Chen. Opening at a theater near you shortly. For every Orioles walk this season, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is contributing $50 to support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. To date, the Orioles have drawn 106 walks, $5,300. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Gary Thorne and Mike Wardick here at Camden Yards. The Orioles in this short 2-game series against the Yankees. Losing last night 8-5, have a 3-0 lead in this ball game. 3-5-0 for the Orioles, 0-2-0 for the Yankees. CC Sabathia, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Betamit chops it. Sabathia throws it, gets it. 1 away, 6th inning. Voting for the All-Star game coming up in Kansas City. Available now at Orioles.com/All-Star. Go online, vote at least 20 times in order of the 20th anniversary of the ballpark. You can vote up to 25, so vote early, vote often at Orioles.com/All-Star. Hall has been a strikeout victim twice to Sabathia. Sabathia has worked in has gone 8 innings in each of his last 4 starts. 8 innings in each of them. And that pitch will be taken down low. And Hall gets ahead on the count, as has happened so often. Sabathia's thrown over 100 pitches in every game, fewest 104, the most his last start against Tampa Bay, 119. And again, Hall takes it 2-0.
Well, you know, CC's in here for the long haul. His last 4 starts, he's gone 8 innings in each of those 4 starts, so he's going to compete till the bitter end. So I mean, it's still, here we are in the 6th inning, but it's going to be a tough battle.
And the pitch will be taken away. So a 3-0 count on Hall. You don't get many 3-0 counts on Sabathia. See if Hall takes here. All the way, and he missed all 4 of them.
Wow. Well, that's got to be some concern to Joe Girardi over there, because you're right. I mean, it's very rare. Unless he's intentionally walking you like he did to Adam Jones, he's pretty much around the plate, or on the plate.
So the Orioles, with 1 away, get a runner on at first base. That's the most walks surrendered in any of the starts this year for Sabathia. He'd walked 3 in that first start against Tampa Bay. That was the most until tonight. And that will bring up Tollefson, who's hit into a fielder's choice and has had a double and a run scored. Steve Tollefson getting the start at third base in the ball game tonight. Hall at first. Tollefson will take it. That's 5 in a row out of the strike zone.
Steve Tollefson, his father, Wayne Tollefson, played for the Yankees. So a little bit of a tie here.
Decent lead over there against Sabathia. Pitches up high. Our good friend Susan Waldman came in, the radio broadcaster, as the pitching coach Larry Rothschild's coming up for the game. Susan was telling us how when Wayne Tollefson was playing for the Yankees, little Stevie used to come to the ballpark, and he was only of little league age and was hitting home runs at the old Yankee Stadium, or hitting him out on the black on the warning track. And everybody was going, "Who's that?" His dad would say, "That's my son."
Little Stevie Tollefson.
Yeah.
Here he is in the big leagues. Nice way to grow up, with your dad in the big leagues. Being around back then, Yankee Stadium, of course.
88 pitches. And it's been a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it's 88 pitches, and he's just thrown 6 consecutive balls.
$15 out of 26 first pitch strikes, 4 walks. Finds the strike zone after the discussion. Tollefson taking, and the count goes to 2-1.
Now you wonder, CC Sabathia, obviously been in the major leagues for a long time. What did Rothschild say right there to make him throw a strike after he's just thrown 6 in a row? I mean, CC's been through situations like this before. I think he could step off the mound and do a little self-talk, but sometimes there are little things that happen, and obviously pitching coaches are well aware of that, and it might be just not getting over your front side enough,
or just break the rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. Take a deep breath. Yep. Get out of that rhythm.
2 ball, 1 strike count. Right in the hole. Cano is playing in the other way. Cleanly fielded by Swisher, who gets it back in. Tollefson hit it where they weren't, and the Orioles have runners on at first and second, 1 away.
Well, that's a nice bit of hitting right there. I mean, they give you the hole. I mean, there used to be a day when right-handed hitters would shoot for that hole. First baseman holding him on, obviously Teixeira holding Hall on over there at first base, and that's just such a gaping opportunity. And Tollefson had the right approach, not trying to do too much, stayed inside it, and perfectly executed that base hit.
That's 4 hits for Tollefson now, and 10 at bats since being called up. The Orioles get runners on at first and second, 6 hits in the game. And here is Avery, who has singled. walked and scored. Xavier Avery gets the chance, and very tough to double up, obviously, with that speed he's got. We were talking about the walk to Hall, 4 in a row missed. The only other time in the game Sabathia's had a 3-0 count was on Adam Jones when they pitched around him in the 5th inning. So only twice, and once was intentional, has Sabathia gone 3-0. Xavier Avery, and that's going to be taken on the inside corner for a strike. Good battle the Oriole hitters putting up tonight here against Sabathia, and vice versa. These at-bats have been real tough up and down the lineup. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. He'll get the strike called on the inside corner. Sabathia, remembers, 5-0. Oriole base runners. Hall with a walk at second. Tollison a single at first.
Well, now with 2 strikes, Alex Rodriguez feels a little bit more comfortable because he wasn't as close early, but he knows the speed of Avery.
And a big swing and a miss. And Sabathia gets his 5th strikeout.
Well, Xavier had some tough pitches right there, back-to-back breaking balls. Got that big frame, 6'7" frame out there on the mound. It looks like he's releasing it right in front of him, and he throws a big breaking ball. Kind of buckles the knees a little bit.
Cody Epley in the bullpen. This is another new addition as the Yankees have to make changes because of injuries in their pen. So a 2-out opportunity for Andino. Andino's been hit by a pitch, sacrificed, and struck out. 2 on, 2 down. Hall and Tollison the base runners. And a strike on the inside corner. The strikeouts that he's picked up after a home run by Jones, he got 2 strikeouts in the 2nd inning. In the 4th inning, 2 on, 1 out. He got a strikeout against Hall that helped end the inning. And he's picked up a strikeout here with 2 on and only 1 away. Now 2 on and 2 down, and the 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball that will miss outside, 1-2.
Well, here he is, his 97th pitch, 6th inning, and he threw Andino 2 fastballs at 94 miles an hour. Pretty impressive. I mean, he's so strong. You're late in the game. He's thrown a lot of pitches. He's had to work really hard. The Orioles have a great approach, great plan right now against him.
And a chopper. It's going to be a tough play for A-Rod, and he knew it. He had already decided he wasn't going to throw that ball, and Andino has loaded him up with an infield single.
Well, Andino runs really well. Flies down the line. Might get an extra half a second because he sniffs that base hit. And A-Rod, being the veteran he is, knows not to attempt that throw.
Hardy has seen this picture before. Hall with a walk, Tollison with a single, Andino the infield hit. And the 2nd time Hardy's hit with the bases loaded. Came up in the 3rd inning, sacks were full, nobody out, hit into a double play, but scored a run. Came up in the 5th inning, an RBI chance, and delivered a double and picked up a run. Avery had gotten on ahead of him, and now he's got the bases loaded again with 2 down. 99 pitches. Hardy coming into the game hitting just 160 with runners in scoring position. And that shot goes right to Cano, bobbled it, and safe. Not in time, and a run will score. It'll be an error on Cano, and the Orioles have a 4-0 lead. That's why you run them all out.
Yeah, you got that right, Gary. That was great hustle by Andino. Once again, J.J. Hardy has a good at-bat, put great contact on it, but boy, Robert Andino just hustled his way. Safe at second. And and that's how you play winning baseball right there. And we've seen it a lot this year with good aggressive base running. Boy, and that's a huge run right there for the Orioles.
Here's Nick Markakis. Bases remain loaded with 2 down. And that pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. You saw Jeter struggling. Jeter was he was in the flow for a clean play, and when Cano bobbled that, Jeter had to stop. He never got to the bag till Andino was there, and Cano had to reach down and pick it up. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you wonder the positioning. J.J. Hardy, obviously a pull hitter, so Jeter may have been over in the hole, and if Cano was playing him up the middle, so if he catches it clean, he probably is going to go to first base. As soon as the bobble came, then Jeter decided he had to get over there and cover, but it was too late. Andino sniffed that out, just like he sniffed out that base hit and hustled into second base.
Bases loaded, 0-2 count on Markakis. CC reaching back and gets him. That'll be the 6th strikeout, and at least for the moment they are calling that a single for Hardy and an RBI, and it is a 4-0 Orioles lead. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow. Morrow's action. The Birds taking off for KC for another 2-game series. Tommy Hunter takes the mound against Felipe Paulino. Tommy's already there. He left to get there ahead of time. Our coverage on MASN 2 HD begins at 7:30. O's Extra. Tom Davis, Dave Johnson will have it for you. That'll be presented by Jeep, followed by game coverage at 8. All the access you need right here on MASN. Mike Moustakas putting up some big numbers for the Royals. Luke Hochevar, he's been dazzling in the last start against the White Sox. He'll be pitching game 2 of that set and winning as of late. 11-6 record since April 25. A lot of people preseason prognostications had Kansas City as one of the to-be surprise teams in the American League.
Well, they have a great group of young players offensively, and their bullpen, every guy out of that bullpen seems like they throw 95 to 98 miles an hour.
Royals are 14-20 coming into today's play. So here is Robinson Cano. Cano, Rodriguez, and Teixeira against Wei-Yin Chen, who has still given up just the 2 singles. And the pitch will be taken inside, 1-1. If you count the double play that ended the 3rd inning, 11 in a row have been retired. He's thrown 12 out of 21 first pitch strikes. Fouled away. He came in having allowed the leadoff man on, or retiring the leadoff batter only 62% of the time. As we told you, 2 leadoff batters have been on in this ball game, in the 2nd and the 3rd, but both stranded at second base. And the 1-2 delivery. Somehow got away from that. 2-2.
Well, and he's helped himself defensively. Obviously, the end of last inning, Swisher hitting that bullet up the middle.
Think that'll get replayed anywhere?
Boy, oh boy.
That was a shot. 2-2 delivery, breaking ball. That's going to go down the line. Avery going over, and that'll take a hop. Cano's going to go on to second base. He's got the double. First extra base hit for the Yankees, and their third overall. Take a look at our PNC minor league report. Justin Dallas, batting average of .370, a home run, 7 RBIs this season. Last 8 games, red hot, a 6th-round pick in 2009 out of the University of South Carolina. Brought to you by PNC, our minor league report for the achiever in you.
Got a mustache right there by Justin Dallas. Wow.
What do you mean by that?
Wow. I mean, it's filling in nicely.
Yes. Here's Alex Rodriguez. And the pitch up high. So the leadoff man on for the 3rd time in the ball game. Cano with a double. Rodriguez has walked and grounded out. The Orioles bullpen walking a little bit. 4-0 lead. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Rodriguez will take it inside. The Yankees, like the Orioles, using the long ball. These are the number 1 and 2 teams in the majors in home runs. The Orioles have 57 on the year. The Yankees have 55. In this ball game, Jones has added to it to make it 58. And a swing and a miss. What is that pitch against right-handers? It looks like it tails away a little bit.
Well, I didn't see the velocity on that, but he's throwing a changeup away that has a little tail, but that was a live fastball at 92 miles an hour.
2 ball, 1 strike count. And A-Rod swings through it.
Well, he just challenged him right there, saying, here it is. Hit it if you can.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Chen has struck out as many as 6 this year. That was in his first start against the Yankees. 2-2 delivery. And Rodriguez just gets enough to foul that one off. Holds the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chen working in the 7th inning. And the Orioles needed it tonight. Started to go deep. So the 90 pitches thrown so far by Chen. Runner at second base, Cano. 2-2. Center field. Cano is going to tag. Jones realizes it. Holds him at second base. That's about 3 times tonight Adams done that. Runners tagging up, and Jones hitting the cutoff man right on the button.
Yeah, Cano took about a half step. He didn't even want to waste time by taking 2 or 3 steps there.
You can always tell when it's Mark Teixeira.
Yeah.
9 fly ball outs have been recorded by Chen in the game. Here's Teixeira, 4-game hit streak coming in, 0 for 2. He's grounded out, flied out. A short, compact miss.
Boy, they can't quite get on that fastball. And Alex Rodriguez had just proved that they're having trouble with that, because he blew 2 fastballs by him, and then he ended up making a mistake. Actually, that ball, he flew out to center field and left it out over the plate. But I think A-Rod was just so leery of that fastball that he wasn't able to make good contact with it, just missed it.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Cano off second base, inside to him. And a 2 ball, 1 strike count on Teixeira.
Well, that's a great pitch. You just don't see that very often in the major leagues anymore. Somebody that can pitch that effectively inside, not scared to throw it in there.
Here's a 2-1 delivery to him, and he got around on it, fouls it off under the feet of Robbie Thompson, third base coach, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Teixeira closing in on one of those milestone numbers, a couple more hits, and he'll have 1,500 for his career. But Chen has held him off the board so far in this game. Two balls, 2 strikes. And called strike 3.
Well, Chen's been getting that high strike called a couple times tonight, right at the top of the zone. Borderline high strike goes his way. But you know, you've talked about it through the course of this game. When you're around the plate consistently, you're going to get more calls that go your way. Yep. And he's been able to do that.
So 2 down. Here's Granderson. Granderson 0 for 2. He's flied out a couple of times, 1 for 6 in the series. Cano's still out there at second. Leadoff walk. Rodriguez in the second inning. Next 3 retired. Leadoff single. Nick's third inning. Another single with 1 down. Then a double play to end the inning. Foul back. Now a leadoff double here in the 7th. 2 down. Runner still out there. Hasn't gotten anybody. The Yankees haven't gotten anybody past second base in the ball game. Curtis Granderson hitting .259 against the Orioles this year. Does have 3 home runs. In this, the 8th game these teams have played. 0-1 pitch to him. Thought about it. It's a strike. Keep in mind that when we show you the chart, the strike zone, the size of the baseball matters. If it's anywhere within the size of that baseball that's on there to the strike zone, it's got a good chance of having hit the strike zone area, because that's the way that's set up. All the way around, the size of a baseball is the difference. That's going to be in the air to left field. That's hit deep. Going back is Avery at the wall and up, and goodbye home run. Was there any fan interference? Those are Yankee fans. Granderson, the 2 RBI homer to make it a 4-2 ball game. Oh, was there ever?
I think so. That guy took it right away from him. Can you review that?
Wow. Here's Andrew Jones. So the Yankees have cut the lead in half. Chen surrenders just the 3rd home run off him this year. First one by a left-hander. And the pitch is taken down low. 2-0 count on Andrew Jones. Curtis Granderson continuing to climb that home run ladder with his 13th.
You don't usually see him go to left field. He showed he does have pop that way.
Here's the 2-0 delivery. May have benefited a bit from a wind change that had been blowing left to right, has turned around and going the other way. That ball off the bat didn't seem like it was going to be hit hard enough to go.
No, it just kept carrying and carrying.
Pedro Strop in the bullpen for the Orioles. 102 pitches thrown by Chen. And then walks the next batter and holds his head to the sky. Only the second walk surrendered. The Yankees get the potential tying run to the plate.
Well, the first time through the course of this game, you've seen him lose a little bit of his composure. Obviously, that home run kind of got to him a little bit. It's late in the game. Close to 100 pitches. Matt Wieters and Rick Adair out to settle him down a little bit.
Chen has pitched a heck of a ball game, but he's in danger here with 2 down, and Nick's coming up. One more long ball and it would be tied. 2 runs, 4 hits now for the Yankees. 4-8-0 for the Orioles. We're in the 7th inning, and Jason Nick's coming to the plate. Nick's appearing in his 6th game. He's had just 12 at bats, picked up 2 hits, including the single in tonight's game. Does have 1 home run and a couple of RBIs. So the veteran Nicks will take the pitch for a ball. Nicks just a .207 major league average in some 270 games that he's played at the major league level. He came into pro ball back in 2001, playing with Colorado and Chicago, Cleveland, Toronto. Here's the 1-0 delivery to him. That ground ball goes to third. Collison will go to second. They get the force out. So a couple of runs in. Yankees cut the lead to 4-2, but the Orioles up. 7th inning stretch time. Brought to you by Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey. Fly straight. Drink responsibly. Close one, which is the way these two teams have played. The Orioles have the lead. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick here. Chen a little upset as he came off about giving up the home run that went the other way, and still a really fine performance.
Oh, he's done great. That's the only blemish, really. I mean, Cano had a nice at bat to start that inning, and Granderson made great contact with a pitch away and drove it the other way, and stayed with his game plan there, because Granderson's power obviously is to pull, and Granderson got the good part on the bat on the ball. But boy, what a performance through 7 innings.
He has really shown the confidence in his starts and continues here tonight. The Orioles have accomplished one thing already. CC Sabathia's out of the ball game, and Freddie Garcia is going to come on to pitch.
Boy, they had a great game plan tonight against CC Sabathia. They really worked him tough. Yeah, I don't think we've seen CC Sabathia work that hard to get through a ball game, and the Orioles had some big hits, obviously Jones and Hardy, to get the 4 marks on the board.
So let's see what the Orioles can do with it here, as Sabathia goes out possibly to lose a ball game. He leaves as the pitcher of record on the losing side. He has a 5-0 record on the year. Chen, of course, also undefeated at 3-0, and there is Freddie Garcia, moved from the rotation to the bullpen. Sabathia's number tonight with 103 pitches thrown. The 4 runs on 8 hits.
4 walks, very uncharacteristic.
Adam Jones will lead it off. Jones a home run, solo shot, 2nd inning, his 11th. He is walking, popped out, and Garcia's pitch to him is taken away for a ball. 24,055, 24,055 the attendance here tonight, and again seeing just a heck of a ball game. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That's a rocket to center, right on the button. Jones has got a base hit, and he's 2 for 3 in the ball game, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. Adam Jones with a homer and a single. Steve Tollison, who's picked up a double, 2 runs scored in the ball game, and Wei-Yin Chen. So far, a very solid 7 innings of work. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 31826. Matt Wieters, a double. He's 1 for 3. There goes the runner. Throw down. Stewart. Not in time. Stewart can't believe it. Jeter's going to argue it. Adrian Johnson, the second base umpire, and here comes Girardi.
And Garcia not very quick to the plate. Jones gets a pretty good jump, but you know, we've talked about this earlier in the year about middle infielders taking throws on the inside part of the base. Derek Jeter taking the throw on the inside, and it's tough to get that perception he's making a sweep tag. And Jones might have got his left foot in there, but for an umpire to see that properly, if Derek Jeter maybe straddles it, the umpire probably would have given him the out call. But reaching for the ball and then coming back to get Adam Jones, Jones gets a safe call at second base.
I'm really surprised Jeter would cover the bag that way on that throw. If you count, I mean, you just count. There's the time it takes to get the glove back, huh?
Oh, no doubt about it.
To make that tag is just the amount of time needed to get in.
Well, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but players around the league see the way Adam Jones plays the game. And did you see how hard he went into second base? Mm-hmm. If Derek Jeter had been straddling that, there would have been a pretty good collision at second base. So he might be aware of how hard Adam Jones is playing the game.
That one towards the middle. Cano's going to make that Cano throw, and got him. He will move the runner up, though, and Wieters came very close to legging that out for an infield hit.
Well, see this time and time again. He made one of these plays last night, and just there's nobody in the league that can make that type of throw. Just incredibly athletic and flexible when a strong arm. I mean, to get that much velocity from that angle is unbelievable.
Jones, who picked up his 6th stolen base and 9 chances, is at third. And that pitch is taken for a ball.
You know, Cano makes that great play, but what gets lost right there is Matt Wieters doing the job getting Adam Jones over to third base.
And he was trying.
Exactly. Great bit of hitting right there. That's winning baseball.
And Bettamy gets the RBI chance, 0 for 2, and a walk in the game. Infield is drawn in. 1-0 delivery. Bettamy over the top of that one from Garcia. The Orioles trying to get one or more of those runs back that the Yankees picked up. Nick Johnson has come out in the on-deck circle. He would pinch hit for Hall with the right-hander on the mound. Jones being held actually by Rodriguez, who's staying very tight to the bag. 1-1 delivery, and Bettamy fouls that one off the catcher. 1-2. In these games, both teams know every run matters. They have played so many tight games of late. Both teams have had comebacks against one another. 1-run decisions. A couple of extra inning ball games already played. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Bettamy takes it. Tough take. Garcia just missed with that one. Bettamy 1 for 3. That one a home run off Garcia. Infield stays in. Adam Jones short lead at third. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and Bettamy on a slower than slow strikes out.
Well, I don't know if that was a split or a change, but 81 miles an hour had a little dip to it. Pretty good pitch by Garcia. It was a splitty.
So Nick Johnson will come on as the pinch hitter. 2 for 13 with a home run lifetime off Garcia. He hits for Bill Hall and will become the designated hitter as Hall was. 4-2 ball game, bottom half of the 7th inning. Yankees getting 2 in the top half on the home run by Granderson. Orioles trying to get one of them back right here with a 2-out base hit. And that's going to get away, and that's going to get a run in. Stewart cannot believe it as he holds his hands over his head. The Orioles lead it 5-2.
Well, that ball took off on Garcia, and Stewart unable to handle it. We've seen him miss one earlier in the game, but when you execute, good things will happen. Matt Wieters getting Jonesy over. There's the wild pitcher. It's got to be a pass ball right there. Just shoots up and away. Boy, he just whiffed it.
That's 2 pass balls he's had tonight. And the 1-0 delivery is going to be taken outside. 2-0 and Nick Johnson. The Orioles get a run in. Jones single. Wieters moved him up after he had stolen second on a disputed call and scores on a pass ball. Adam Jones with a couple of runs in. And the 2-0 delivery. Nick Johnson takes it up high, and Garcia falls behind 3-0. Adam Jones leads the Orioles with 29 runs scored in the year. That one is in there for a strike. Well, the Orioles get one of those runs back. Adam is 3rd in the league behind Ian Kinsler and Josh Hamilton in runs scored. 3-1. That's in the air to center field. Granderson, a little shuffle is there and puts it away. But the Orioles will pick up 1 run on 1 hit. They leave nobody on. 7 complete. Orioles 5, Yankees 2. So far, Olga, you have won a total of $900 from the Maryland Lottery. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, play Strike It Rich Scratch Offs and enter your non-winning ticket codes at mdlottery.com/strikeItRich. Well, the Orioles, looking to even up this short 2-game set, have the 5-2 lead, and Chen comes back out to work the 8th inning. Maybe not. Now Buck Showalter will come out and make the change. He wanted to see what the Yankees were going to do. Russell Martin came out to pinch hit, and Chen's going to leave the game, and he also wanted him to hear this crowd.
Chen had a masterful performance against the New York Yankees tonight. Nice slider, locating his fastball, striking out some of the best hitters in the game. What a line. 7-inning pitch, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls, and 4 Ks. Not only blemish really coming in the 7th inning where he gave up that home run.
Well, he could pick up his 4th win against no losses as Pedro Strop comes on to do the pitching from the Orioles bullpen. Strop a mainstay this season. No earned runs in the last 10 innings pitched. He had a scoreless 8th Saturday against Tampa Bay. 3 consecutive appearances. He's gotten some rest and back in the ball game tonight. 16 games for him and that 1.35 ERA. 2 for 4 in the save category. And Jim Johnson was out. Righties have done virtually nothing against him. Russell Martin, pinch hitter for Stewart, the catcher, getting his first at bat here in the top of the 8th inning. Strop has appeared against the Yankees in 2 previous games this year. Took a loss in one of them. He's given up just a run on 2 hits and 3 innings worked against the Yankees. Not what he wanted to do here, as Martin will draw the leadoff walk. Follow the Orioles with the MLB.com at Bat 12 app, iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Just text at 31826 or go to Orioles.com. Top of the order, and Jeter a single, 1 for 3. Jeter now with a 5-game hit streak. Hitting at .366 on the year. Tollison in at third, pitch up high, fastball. That will bring Betemit over from first base.
Strop having a little bit of trouble. Obviously finding the strike zone right now.
There's a 1-0 delivered. That's a strike.
And it's good to see Wilson Betemit taking charge out there and just coming over, you know, like we had talked about. Pitchers getting a little trouble, just to break the rhythm up a little bit. Veteran player right there.
Jeter has faced Strop only once, 0 for 1. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And that's there. You see how important that run was. The Orioles picked up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's breathing room. Otherwise, Jeter represents a potential tying run in a 2-run game, but it's not. It's a 3-run ball game.
You're right. That was huge.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Jeter will take it. Count goes to 2-2. Jeter's had a couple of hits in 8 at-bats in this series. Strop trying to either get a strikeout or the ground ball for the double play he'd love to do. Here's the 2-2. And did he go? They check it first. Fielding cover says nope. 3-2.
Strop throws that hard slider down and away. Guys to get him to chase. Doesn't quite get around.
Swisher, then Cano due up. Martin off first. Here's the 3-2 and walked it. So consecutive walks by Strop to start the 8th will bring the potential tying run to the plate. Nick Swisher.
Swisher obviously a dangerous hitter from the left side. You talked about his power numbers. Strop's got to find that strike zone because his stuff moves. It's so effective. Just get it in the zone. And he has such late life on his fastball. And a bite from his slider. Just get it in the strike zone. It's tough to hit.
Nick Swisher 0 for 3 in the game, 1 for 6 in the series. Strope's delivery to him, foul back. He's faced Strope 3 times, 0 for 3. So he gets turned around here, and as we said, from the left side, hitting .293, 6 of his 7 home runs and 22 of his 24 RBIs have come from this side. Chen with a 7 solid innings, waiting to see if the bullpen can hang on to the W for him. Here's the 0-1 delivery. 1-1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get the call, but you know, it goes in reverse too. If you're not around the strike zone consistently enough, you're not going to get those close calls. And he didn't get it. It was a nasty pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike. He wants to tie the game up with the 2 cuts he's taken. He is their leader in RBIs, 26. 7 home runs, second behind Granderson with 13. There is Chen. Runners off first and second. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Down to first. Backhanded. Betemit will go for 1. They get 1. And the Yankees will have runners at the corners with 1 out.
Boy, that ball was hit hard. That ball was hit hard. Wilson Betemit pretty much right at him. Has to get down there on his backhand side. Knocks it down, able to get it to JJ in time to keep the double play in order, which is obviously very important in this situation.
Now Cano, first and third, 1 away. Cano 1 for 2 off Strope. Yankees have had only 4 hits in the ball game. The 2 of them came in the 7th inning on Cano's double, followed by Granderson's homer. 1 away. Cano will foul that one back.
The 98-mile-an-hour fastball with life. Boy, that's impressive.
Yankees with the 1 for 8 tonight, runners in scoring position, along with the 1 for 11 they had in the ball game last night. Off first and third, Yankee runners, 0-1 delivery. Back to the mound. Here's the chance. There's 1 relay. Double play. No runs, no hits. Base runner left on. Orioles still lead it 5-2.
copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Great job by the Orioles tonight, turning double plays when needed.
Boy, they have made some good plays tonight. Wilson Betterman obviously right there in the dugout. Made a big play last inning off Nick Swisher's bat, keeping that ball in the infield and relaying over to second base. And oh, here it is right here. Nick Swisher hits the ball. He knocks it down and gets that force at second base to keep the double play in order, which is huge because the next batter, boom, hits it to Strop, Strop to Hardy, Hardy on over to Betterman, and there's the inning-ending double play.
So the Orioles maintain the lead and will try and add some more to it. Russell Martin has come on to do the catching after pinch hitting.
Ryan Flaherty hitting.
Ryan Flaherty coming on to hit for Tollison. Tollison with a couple of hits in the ball game. That pitch is going to miss inside. Now Ryan Flaherty hitting 179. And the 1-2 delivery. And that's going to miss down low. Freddie Garcia, the Orioles closer, Jim Johnson getting ready to go. Right now it is a save situation. 2-2 delivered to Flaherty, and will foul it off. Garcia came on for Sabathia, right now the pitcher of record, who gave up 4 runs, 8 hits over 6 innings. Garcia giving up a run in the last inning on just 1 hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Flaherty. Flaherty will pop that one back. Martin will come over, but there's no play.
Freddie Garcia, of course, moved to the bullpen recently. This is maybe his 3rd appearance out of the bullpen, so making an adjustment there. Boy, Freddie Garcia, he's had a long career, and it seems like, I don't know, back in the 90s when he was with Seattle. Man, if you could have seen the way he threw back then, 97, 96 with movement, just a real powerful pitcher.
And got him on a call, strike 3.
Now he's
Garcia gets his 2nd K.
Become more of a finesse pitcher, obviously learning how to pitch with what he's had, and there's a little breaking ball. He's been throwing a lot of off-speed pitches. He gets some 2-seam movement off his fastball. Throws a slider and a split.
Xavier Avery batting 9th, a single, a walk, a strikeout. He has scored a run. He'll bring Rodriguez in at 3rd base. They've seen the speed here in this short 2-game set that Avery has. Avery 1-0, pops it up at the mound. Teixeira says, I got it. 2 down. Much better angle, even though it's closer to the catcher. Those silo shots for catchers are really tough to get under.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you try to, at any time you can, the corner infielders are supposed to call the catcher off, unless it's far back, close to the backstop where they can't reach it. Any chance a first baseman or third baseman has on a pop-up anywhere around the plate, they should try to call that ball off.
Here's Robert Andino. He takes it for a strike. Andino has picked up 1 single in the ball game. He's had a sacrifice. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's struck out. He's got a 4-game hit streak with that base hit he got in his last at bat. That one goes off the end of the bat and foul. Let's update you on the voting to the AT&T Player of the Game. There are the results so far. Text in your vote now, A, B, or C, 31826. Results on the O's Extra post-game show. A 2-strike count.
Base is empty. Bottom of the 8th. Orioles up 5-2. Looking for their 3rd win in 8 games against the Yankees. Slider will miss away, and a 1-ball 2-strike count. And the 1-2 pitch, and that will be taken outside. Garcia moves the count to 2-2.
Garcia's very deliberate out there, isn't he?
Very.
Takes his time, walks around the mound.
Well, he sees all the hitters do it, and he figures, why can't I? 2-ball 2-strike count. And he gets the swinging strike. So Garcia, a couple of innings work, picks up 3 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 9th inning. The Oriole closer on. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup. Beautiful night here in the city of Baltimore and here at Camden Yards. The Orioles looking to make it an even better night as Jim Johnson's on to try and close it out.
Boy, he's had some great numbers so far this year. Actually going back into last season as well. But he's been very dominant. Obviously settling into this role as a closer very well.
Flaherty's going to stay in the ball game at third base. And the Yankees have Rodriguez leading it off. That'll go to short. Hardy, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's something Johnson's been doing a lot of, getting ground balls. Take a look at Jim Johnson's numbers here. At the bottom you see 2010, 11, and 12, how the ERA has gone down. The ground balls have gone significantly up. When the ball's put in play, hits that come off balls in play way down. And those line drives also down. But it's those ground balls that have made it easier for Jim Johnson to get the outs. Here's Teixeira.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Has just a devastating sinker. It varies from 93 to 97 at times.
And that's what hitters do with it.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Well, they have to try to catch up to it so much, and it has such late movement that you just beat it into the ground.
Johnson is after his 20th straight save, his 12th consecutive this season. Tied for first in the American League in that department. Save opportunities. You see Jim Johnson, the longest active streak, well ahead of Perez, Rodney, Papelbon. Into the shift and a base hit. Found a hole even with the shift on. Teixeira gets the single, his first hit of the game. 1 for 4. Extends his hit streak to 5, but only the 5th hit in the ball game for the Yankees. Orioles up 5-2, 2 outs away from ending their 2-game losing streak. Curtis Granderson, the home run, came in the 7th inning. His 13th, 2 more RBIs for him. He's got 23. And the pitch by Johnson is in there for a strike. Granderson 1 for 7, lifetime off Johnson. Oh, and 2.
Well, Jim Johnson has definitely started getting the reputation because everybody I talk to in baseball, his name comes up, and they're just so impressed with just the stuff that he has on the mound, the movement, the electric pitches, and his consistency out there.
There's another ground ball, Andino. There's one. Ball game over. Double play off the bat of Granderson, and the Orioles have beaten the Yankees. Up they went. Johnson's got 20 consecutive saves. Wei Chen is 4-0. The Orioles beat CC Sabathia, who's now 5-1, and against the Orioles 16-3. The Orioles 5 and the Yankees 2.